Peace and blessings, you guys. It's Tay. For Gemineye Holistics, I'm just inviting people in. And now I'm going to be doing your weekly live reading, okay, for this week, which is March 10th through 17th. Just going to invite a couple of people in. Then we'll get things started. Alright, so I just wanted to let you guys know while I am how can I do this? How can I get creative? There we go. Hopefully you guys can see me. Alright. So what I'm going to be doing for you guys is pulling this weekly reading. A couple things I want to mention before we get started. So if anybody has placed an order for our 50% off sale on GemineyeHolistics.com, thank you so much for purchasing. Your orders will be getting processed very soon and will be shipping out. You know, I hand make a lot of the different products myself, so it does take a little while for certain things to turn over, but those orders will be getting out this week. If you guys are owed a reading or consultation work or anything like that, that'll also be happening this week, okay? So for those of you who are interested in purchasing a full list reading for yourself or for others, make sure you go on over to GemineyeHolistics.com. Everything is 50% off, including services and readings, so make sure you guys go on over to there, GemineyeHolistics.com, GEMINEYE Holistics.com/services, if you guys want to look for readings. And the code for your 50% off code will be Ganesh, or GNSHL, okay, 888, GNSHL 888, okay? Hello, thank you guys so much for all of your love. Make sure you guys like this and share this with anybody who it may be resonant for. I know for 100% fact that last week's reading was on point in my own life. So I'm like, I'm finna do the one this week because that was helpful. Alright. So let's look and see. I'm going to be working with my Goddess Oracle deck. Let's see what's going on. Right. Starting off the week with some powerful energies. Okay, so the first card that comes up in the beginning of the week is the High Priestess card, which in this particular deck is Donna, and it says you have divine knowledge that can help others through spiritual teachings, and that makes a lot of sense. It's resonant with some of the other cards we have coming up here, because I did pull some supplementary cards from my Dreams of Gaia tarot deck. Okay, the energy is consistent with that energy as well. So we're starting off the week. A lot of people may be or have done some spiritual work. If not, you may have spiritual gifting as a healer yourself. Or if you're not aware of it, you may be coming into that awareness, okay? Utilizing those gifts, or those gifts may be activated for you. If you have gifts with dreaming or prophecy or different things like that, those types of things may be turned on. The intensity of it is we are in Pisces right now. So Pisces do have high psychic connections naturally. And throughout this time, that type of higher realm interdimensional connected consciousness will be channeling very heavy for others as well. Even if you are not a Pisces, but especially if you are, you're going to be activated highly inside of that particular type of energy, especially at the beginning of the week. So this is a great time to get some energy work done. If you're doing energy energy work. This is a great time to meditate, reflect on certain spirituality practices, just really delve deeper into your own spirituality as it pertains personally to you, and becoming more of your own link or your own direct connection to the divine, rather than depending on others to be that connection for you, allowing yourself to tap into that higher energy. Okay? Alright, so the next card that we have come up is Artemis. And this is for the middle of the week, and it says Guardian. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. So if you've been doing any protection rituals or protection work, spiritual work that came up earlier, that may have been the spiritual work that you were doing, or whatever spiritual work you've been doing, it's activated a deeper and higher connection back into the energies of your spirit guides and people who are looking out for you on the spiritual plane. And there is that awakening of spiritual connection, ancestral connection, those types of things. Those are the type of energies, spirit guides normally who are guardian level, or have some like type of guardianship or protectiveship over you and your particular energies. So if you have been feeling like you may be off balance, or there were things that were going on that you were out of control with, please know that you are being spiritually protected and spiritually guided throughout this particular time, that activation is covering you, and that energy is allowing you to be able to move forward with whatever it is that you have to do, especially towards the middle of the week. All right, so the final card that comes up, and this is for the weekend energy, we have Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered, and it's inverted. So there's going to be some testing of the faith energy, and I see this also coupled with the bottom of the deck, which is and leap of faith. So there are some particular things that may be going on, especially if there's Mercury in retrograde, certain types of things like that, projects that you may have wanted to maneuver, or things that you are expecting to pan out a specific or certain type of way. There may be some challenge energies that's going on within that. Honestly, don't sweat it, okay? Like I said, there's planetary energies that are going on that are influencing and affecting things. There are specific, cosmic ramifications around all of that. Don't worry too much if things are not going the way that you want them to. Don't allow this to get you into a depressed or anxious phase. Just allow it to do what it do, because that's how life is, right? It's going to have ebbs and flows, ups and downs. There are going to be things that are going to come up that are going to test you. That's okay. It's fine. All right? That's okay. Don't allow yourself to become too attached to it in a negative manner. Just know those things are going to come up, okay? So at least you got some warning. Okay? So this is the card that comes up out of our Dreams of Gaia deck, okay? This is the emotion/intellect card, and that's funny because we're talking about the Piscean energy, and this is a water card. Okay, we actually have two water cards. So there's going to be a lot of emotional fluctuation throughout this week. And again, it's emotion versus intellect. So that's what I feel like the messaging is very strongly accenting. Be more balanced between the two. Don't try to overanalyze everything. Some things will be intuitive, okay? Some messaging that may come through may be intuitive for you, or there may be some cosmic things that you kind of are intuiting or feeling psychically connected to at this particular time that may not always make sense in the the left brain. Vice versa. Don't get overly connected to your emotions. Don't get caught in them, okay? A lot of empaths struggle with this, taking on other people's emotions, as well as getting lost in the tide or the current of their own deep emotions. There's a balance that's to be stricken between both mind and emotion, okay? The mental body and the emotional body are both important components of the whole, but there needs to be balance there. If either of those spaces gets off balance, this can affect mental health. So we want to particularly pay a lot of attention to that throughout this upcoming week. Make sure you guys are checking in with yourself. However you check in with yourself for your mental health, make sure you're doing your spiritual at work, your spiritual exercises, as well as you may need to check in with a person who can assist you, because the bottom of the deck coming up here is the counselor card. So if you guys go to therapy or have a therapist, that's wonderful. Working with a spiritual worker or a spiritual coach or spiritual practitioner, somebody or life coach, something like that, can also help you with bridging that balance between these two aspects of yourself, helping you to analyze things from an objective perspective rather than always being all up close and up front with all your issues and everything kind of hitting you abrasively, allowing yourself to kind of go into that meditative space for yourself. And if you are a counselor or healer or therapist or somebody of that nature, make sure you check in with somebody or yourself or back into those particular coping mechanisms that you may need to use, because we all need to check in with the emotional aspects of ourselves this week, because there's going to be a lot of emotional energy that's going to come up. Okay? So be aware of that. Be aware there's going to be some tests that may come up, especially towards the end of the week, but that's why at the beginning of the week you're being reassured that you have spiritual power, of course, okay? That you have spiritual power, that you are safe throughout this, and you are being spiritually guided and spiritually protected. So when that test or that trial comes up and you're having trouble, being able to navigate, if you want to be able to move forward, or things may not be manifesting the way that you need them to, that's okay. Just emotionally check in with yourself, okay? Or possibly somebody else who could help you, and that will help you to navigate those particular waters. So that is your reading for this week, okay, this upcoming week, which is March 10th through the 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day for those who celebrate that, okay, because that's the end of the week. That's going to be coming up there. And then happy birthday to my grandfather, because he was born on that day. And I have like a cousin who was also born on that, two cousins born on that day. So happy birthday to my two cousins, as well as my grandfather who's passed on to the ancestral realm. Happy birthday to you, Grandpa, because you will be celebrating that as well. So bring in that Piscean energy, bring in that type of work, welcome it to zany energy, work through it, okay? Don't allow it to overwhelm you. If you find yourself being overwhelmed, ask for help. There's nothing wrong with that. Alright, so that is your weekly forecast reading for March 10th through 17th. Again, like I said, if you want personal reading, make sure you go on over to GemineyeHolistics.com. That's GEMINEYE Holistics.com. And there will be is a 50% off sale going on. Make sure you're going over there. Check that out. You can use it on any service or any reading that you want. GNSHL888 is the code. All our spiritual products, energy work, everything. Everything, honey. Everything. So make sure you go on over there and check that out as well. Alright, hope you guys have a blessed rest of your week. Don't stress it too much. Just allow things to work out the way that they're going to work out. And I'll see you again next week for next week's reading. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.